This broadcast is brought to you by Amson HVAC. Amson HVAC, bringing you creative comfort solutions. For more information, go to amsonhvac.com. And RPM Dynamics, your #1 pro audio dealer. Let RPM provide you with sound solutions. For more information, go to rpmdynamics.com. Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting from an undisclosed location somewhere north of the hub of the universe, Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome to Bamboozled.Boston, the only New England podcast show that combines two of your favorite things, specifically cocktails and music, into an unforgettable, user-friendly experience. Join us as we educate you on the history, as well as the successes and failures of some of your favorite alcoholic beverages, with on-air sampling, live music, band reviews, and special guest appearances. But wait, there's more. Hang on, because we are diving headfirst into the world of pop culture as it relates to alcohol and music, its origins, influences, genres, and styles, all rolled up into one very convenient, easy-to-listen podcast. Here to inform, to inspire, and to imbibe are your hosts, Mike Grady, Sean Cochran. This is Bamboozled.Boston.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on, son.
Yeah, Mikey Grady, how are you?
I'm well, Mr. Cochran. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you. You know,
it's nice.
Spring's here, right? Spring was the other day. It was Monday, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, the missus noticed the little flowers poking up in the front of the house today.
The buds.
The buds. Yeah, we just saw some green leaves, and the snow's melting, and you can see all the part of your property that the plow destroyed from removing the snow.
You guys don't use the markers, even if you have markers out in your driveway, they're going to tear it up anyway.
Oh, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Do they drink when they plow? No,
well, I got to tell you something.
That.
No, early in the morning, you hear. And he goes up and down our street, backwards and forwards. So I'm thinking that perhaps maybe they are drinking.
That sounds very, very hazardous.
I don't know how he does it, but hey, the roads are clear, so it's good.
No, that's good. You know what?
What? You threw me off, man.
I know, I got you.
Hold on.
Alert. All hands to battle stations.
All right, so I do my usual come out with jokes.
Yeah.
But instead, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about some warnings.
Okay.
Now, mind you, not a safety tip. We're talking about warnings. Warning. The consumption of alcohol may create the illusion that you are tougher, smarter, faster, and better looking than most people.
Okay, I'll agree with that. Sure.
Warning. The consumption of alcohol may make you think you are whispering when you're not.
Okay. You mean like this podcast?
Yeah, exactly. Warning. The consumption of alcohol may cause you to tell your friends over and over again, I love you, man.
Oh, my God.
The consumption of alcohol may cause you to think you can sing.
That's definitely...
And my favorite one is warning.
Definitely a thing.
The consumption of alcohol may lead you to believe that ex-lovers are really dying for you to telephone them at 4 a.m. for the proverbial booty call.
Oh, are you kidding me? Jeez.
Does that sound familiar? No, it doesn't at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've heard stories.
Of course.
Heard stories. Definitely.
So there you go. That's a little variation on the jokes instead of doing the, hey, Sean, I got this joke for you.
So, because it's spring, Mike,
Yes.
the other day was St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
So, which brings us to,
yes.
what do you think?
Oh, here we go. Booze, the first frontier. These are the voyages of Bamboozled.Boston. Join us as we search for and explore all types of alcohol, bringing history, cockeyed perspective, and to boldly go where so many fine human beings have already gone before. Our featured booze today is all the way from Ireland. Actually, it really was brought over from Ireland.
It was.
We're going to talk all about Teeling whiskey.
Yeah, Teeling Irish whiskey. Now, these bottles, I I didn't bring them both. I think it was the Brabazon. Is that what it is? The Brabazon?
Brabazon.
The Brabazon. That's the one I'm pretty sure I smuggled. When I say smuggle, I mean I got it through
Customs.
It was not an issue. I declared it. Okay, it's fine. And it was fun because Aaron and I, was it 3 years ago? We went to Ireland.
It was about that. I remember when you went.
And we did the traditional, the Guinness tour and all this stuff. And then somehow we ended up at Teeling's, and I had never heard of Teeling's before, but it was a brand new distillery. When I say this is the oxymoron. So it's a brand new the brand new distillery where I picked up 12-year 12-year whiskey.
12-year.
Right? But no, it was good. So somebody had been cooking it up for quite a while prior to our visit, of course. But, ooh.
Sorry.
And they... What do you got there? What is that?
I got a little Celtic music for you. The Girls of Bainbridge.
Okay. All right. Waiting for the dancers to show up now. Oh, there you go. It's very traditional. Is that copywritten?
I have no idea. It says instrumental Irish music. This is also known as Willie Coleman's Jig.
Okay. All right. But it was a there you go. I like that volume knob you get on that computer. That's pretty cool. So we tried all different whiskeys and stuff. It was a really nice facility. Product was decent. Brought a bottle back, and then once again I thought I was super special, but I found the whiskey was already here in the States, which is fine. But I didn't find that one bottle though. So I kind of did do something pretty cool by bringing that one bottle back, and it's delicious. Mike, would you like to try a sip?
Yes, I really, really.
And this is. I did not drink whiskey on St. Patrick's Day. I just had pints, delicious pints. I might have had two. To be honest with you, just maybe two, maybe three pints. Yeah.
My question is, can you count as high as the amount of pints you had?
It depends. It depends.
All right, let's give this a try. So this is
let's try the Brabazon.
The Brabazon? All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, buddy. Smells delicious. Mm. What do you get for info on that, Jake?
Oh, my gosh. Let's turn that off now. And let's talk a little bit about this, because one of the things that I found fascinating. Okay, so marketing-wise and general information-wise, it was inspired by, Teeling whiskey inspired by both traditional and unconventional techniques. It's the distillation and the maturation process they use that makes it different. Of course, as with everything is these days, it's small batch.
Sure.
And I think that's more of a buzz phrase.
Yeah.
Okay, and so they, it kind of raises the bar with Irish whiskey, and it's won. Now, here's the thing, though. Won over 200 international whiskey awards.
This particular brand or
just Teeling in
Teeling
general.
Okay.
Okay, it's matured initially in bourbon casks, and this is where it gets fun. Before given an additional maturation in ex-Sauterne wine barrels, imparting a distinctly unique flavor. Now, Sauterne is a sweet wine from the Sauternes in the Bordeaux region of France, and I can taste that.
Really?
But it's like not too sweet. It's just, I always like it with a little bit of sweet in it. And I thought from the beginning to end, it was smooth. I could drink this a lot.
I mean, over a long period of time, like a month or so. You couldn't drink a lot of it.
No, not in one sitting. I mean,
good.
I could have this along with like the tequila that I like, and go back and forth between the two. Now here's the thing though. We have the Brabazon, which we just tried.
Yes.
All right. So that comes from, they have series number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is series number 2. It focuses on port cask maturation and consists of a range of carefully selected port-aged whiskeys producing a full-flavored port in an Irish single malt. The bottling consists of, listen to this, a vatting of 6 different port casks carefully chosen for the complementary character. The Brabazon bottling series 2 is bottled at 49.5%. That's what it says.
Okay.
With no chill filtration, allowing for all the natural flavors of this whiskey to be retained.
Okay.
And it's only limited to 12,500 bottles.
Okay.
I'm thinking 49.5% must be the
content, or
I was thinking the alcohol content.
Yeah. That sounds about right. I mean, we could probably read that right in the bottle. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, let's see. This is blah blah blah. Yeah, 49.5% alcohol. That makes it Well,
90-something proof.
yeah, 90 proof. Yeah, it's got a decent rip to it. It's not bad.
It does.
It tastes good.
I'm glad I ate before I came here.
Venison bean stuff. Yeah,
You like that.
I'll go easy on you.
Please do.
So that's good. Should we try the other one? We haven't even touched the other one yet.
Gosh, yeah.
And with the other one is the single malt.
single malt, same thing. That's the one that it's matured in the wine barrels, which I think is like I can't even. The thing that I find interesting is people think to do this.
They think what?
They think to do this like, okay, let's take these barrels have already had something in it.
Yeah.
Let's put something else in it.
Oh, I see.
So that the accent of flavor from what was in there before can seep into what we're making.
Yeah.
But it's like being a chemist.
But I think you can use them only once, right? Because you could use like a wine cask to cure some whiskey, of course.
Right.
But if you do it twice, you're taking the potency off of the original.
No, and it's only once, but they get that Sauterne wine cask.
Mm-hmm.
They've already dumped the Sauterne wine out of it, and then they go and they mature the whiskey inside of it, and then it brings off that flavor. It's just for somebody to think about that.
Oh, to go through, yes.
To have the
thought
process. Wait, maybe these two will taste good together. It tastes amazing.
Yeah, it tastes great. Oh, it's good. I'm gonna try this other one. Yeah.
All right, me too.
Let's try this. Oh yeah.
All right.
That definitely has a different nose. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Wow, that's different.
I think I might like the Brabazon a little better. Though I do. This is really,
You know what? You like that one. I like this one.
Yeah.
I think I like this one better.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I'm gonna get another taste of that in just a second, just because I
I'll just keep tasting those back and forth.
Hey, I'm gonna keep tasting it.
Hang on, we're gonna go to the Packy. That's all right.
Hey, that's the Packy. We gotta go. Look out when you go to the Packy. You don't get pulled over by a statey.
Manga kid.
Kid, come on.
Come on.
Well, this is fun. This is great. When you said, "Hey, let's," I'm like, well, you know what? I'm in the mood for whiskey. Let's do Teeling whiskey.
So what put you in the mood for whiskey? Was it because of the St. Patrick's Day?
It might have been. Oh, you know what? I gotta set the record straight, folks. Yep. Okay, so the whole Ireland with the snakes thing is, in case you haven't figured it out, it's not real. Here's the real reason behind St. Patrick's Day, and then I find the point at the end to be kind of funny. St. Paddy's Day started as a religious celebration. Okay. Of course, only we could turn a religious celebration into a reason to drink.
That's of course. Yeah.
In the 17th century, to commemorate the life of St. Patrick and the arrival of Christianity in Ireland, this feast day, or in our case, drinking day, always took place on the anniversary of St. Patrick's death, which is believed to be March 17th, 461 AD. So he died in the 5th century.
Okay.
And that's really it. And then we just turned it into something.
Well, just like Christmas. Christmas is a religious thing.
Oh my gosh, just like Christmas, and it's just a different angle.
And just turned it into like this big money grab.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
As Charlie Brown, even my dog's gone commercial as he walks past Snoopy's doghouse, and it's got the lights all over because he's entered a contest for the best decorated house. Just like that.
Yeah,
even true. My dog's going commercial.
Yeah, that's great. All right, I have another sip.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna have a better one this time.
Yeah, I like the single malt.
Ooh, that's got a kick.
Yeah,
I do like it.
Yeah,
but oof.
And now this is pure. We haven't thrown any ice in.
No. Oh, is that what this is?
There's ice there. We let's do this. Why don't you pass that over?
There's nothing in there.
Oh, there is. Is that a little spoon right there next to your glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah, there's ice there. It just froze to itself.
Here, have a spoon.
This is the.
Okay.
This is the official Bamboozled.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Cooler with the ice right there, buddy.
Love it.
Yeah, buddy. All right, let's try this.
You know what? While you're doing this,
you want baby ones or big ones?
I'm gonna take baby ones.
All right, I'm gonna give a couple.
Baby.
Couple of those, right?
Thank you. Good.
Yeah, let's do that right over the equipment. That's good.
Do not attempt this at home.
What happened? What'd you guys? We got electrocuted. We dropped ice and whiskey on the machine and it burnt. Burnt it.
All right, so here we go. As you're doing this and we're talking a little bit more, let's talk about the most popular Irish whiskeys in America.
All right.
All right. Now, without,
I'm not looking at your screen,
All right,
but
so-
I'm gonna. Can I guess the first one?
yes.
I'm gonna get. It's Jameson, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
So-
100%.
So how you know is Jameson's 2,015,000 cases.
Cases? So, wait a minute. 2,015,000 cases.
Yeah.
So, I know where the 2 million goes, but where's the 15,000? The rest of those go because the tap's got the 2 million cases. They were actually the biggest consumer of Jameson, and they still might be. I'm not sure.
And it's amazing to think that number 2, Bushmills, only 185,000 cases.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they get that. Their marketing. Jameson still might be my favorite Irish whiskey.
Jamo. And then number 3 is Tullamore Dew.
Ooh, that's good stuff. Yeah.
Number 4 is Cooley.
Coolio in the house, yo.
Number 5 is Patty.
Patty's good. Yeah.
Number 6 is Powers.
Powers.
Now we're getting number 7 is Concannon.
I'm gonna have to go get these.
8 is the Redbreast.
Redbreast. Okay.
Number 9 is Black Bush.
Okay. All right.
And the last one is Clontarf, number 10.
Never heard of Clontarf.
I only sold 9,000 cases.
What about like Green Spot? Are any of the spots in there? Red Spot, Green Spot?
Nope.
Huh. Okay.
And
Gotta
let me
step
see
up
when
their
this is.
game.
This is from, I'm trying to think of the date. It's not dated, but you seem to think it's pretty accurate as far as date. And this is from one site. I got that information from vinepair.com. Thank you very much for that top 10.
.com.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
What do you got?
This is, I'm sorry, we're going to have to recheck this. This
Okay.
was back, okay, we're going to go look. Excuse me while I do my research.
Excuse me while
Excuse me while
I whip this out.
Well, with this, that
What a
was-
great movie it was.
Oh, yeah. All right, so hold on for just a second. Okay.
That's better with the ice. Let's pour a little more of that. Everybody can see the bottle here. This is the single malt Teelings. Get a little autofocus going there. There we go. Yeah, buddy. All right, we're gonna pour a little more of that. Offset the water. I mean, now there's too much water in my whiskey.
All right, so now, guess what? This is a little bit different. This is what is considered not necessarily the biggest seller, but what's considered the best of 2022. Bushmills Prohibition Recipe comes in at number 1.
Really? And this is what was the difference? What was the last
The difference
year?
is 2022. The previous year we did was 2016. So that was too far back. So I wanted.
And Bushmills beat out Jameson?
Well, beat out as far as the best tasting, not the
Oh.
most sold.
Okay.
All right,
Apparently, those people haven't had a glass of Jameson's at 4 a.m. on the beach.
I haven't
with,
either.
With a bunch of ice.
The next one is the Sexton Single Malt.
Okay, cool.
Number 3, Teeling Small Batch.
See?
The one we're drinking right now.
Okay, all right.
All right. Redbreast 12-year-old.
All right.
Comes in at number 4. Number 5, here we go. Jameson's Black Barrel.
Oh, I think I have some of that somewhere.
Oh.
I should have brought some of that
I'm gonna
down.
finish
No,
up
this is all Teelings tonight. We'll never get out of here if we do that.
This is an interesting name. Number 6, Writer's Tears.
Oh, Kyle from TCS was talking about Writer's Tears.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
We continue. Green Spot. You were just
There it is, the
talking
Green
about-
Spot. That's one of
Okay, that
Aaron's
comes in
favorites.
number 7.
Okay.
Number 8, Tullamore
Tullamore
Dew.
All right, cool.
Number 9, Slane Irish Whiskey.
That's
And rounding out the top 10, Connemara 12-year.
we need a drum roll. I got to get a drum roll.
Oh, wait, we're going to keep going. 11, Middleton Very Rare Irish Whiskey. Dead Rabbit Irish Whiskey comes in at 12.
Coyote Corpse is number 13.
Oh, number 13 is Glendalough Double Barrel Whiskey.
Okay, I like that.
14, Clonakilty Port Cask. Now we're getting into some stuff.
Okay.
And then 15, Powers. John's Lane.
All right.
It was the top 20s. Oh, no, it was the top 15. So the one rounding out the top, Powers, John's Lane, came in at number 15. Now, mind you, this is not the most sold. This is what is considered the best tasting for the year 2022.
All right. I'm digging it. Have you had it with water yet? Any of those?
I'm going to right now.
It really opened it up a bit. I feel kind of shame on us for not doing it.
It made me like the Bravazon even more.
Okay, good, as it should.
All right, and now let's try the other. Oh boy!
So I'm going back to the Bravazon, and this has ice
Live on air tasting,
tasting.
sampling, and discussion. That's what we like to do.
Ooh,
All right, let's try that.
I like the Bravazon now.
And I like the single malt a little bit better.
Is it because we're adding more whiskey, or because we have added water?
It might be
It's a combination.
It's a combination.
Because we keep adding whiskey.
Wait, this tastes even better. Oh, hey,
let's keep trying that.
Why is it the more I drink of this, the better it tastes?
Oh my God. Okay, perfect.
Oh man, so I think that oh gosh, what's been going on in your world?
Oh,
I was just thinking about that.
well,
Anything important?
oh man,
How's business?
business has slowed a bit. The interest rates and everything, the economy. I don't know if you've noticed, the economy's changed a little bit. I don't know. I can't figure out what they've.
I'm being told that it's fantastic.
Oh, then it must be perfect.
Even
then.
though eggs cost like $7,000 a dozen, but that's okay.
Hey, it's cheaper to get a chicken.
It is. I was really going to do my best not to make this political at all. I really am like, don't go there tonight. But as soon as you said that, I'm like, I have to jump in.
And we're drinking whiskey.
And we go, yeah.
And we're drinking whiskey.
Yeah, right.
So business. Listen, everything's fine. I'm not dying. It's great.
Good.
But it definitely. I've seen it slow down, which is okay. Still, it's perfectly okay.
Right.
It just gives me more time to pet chihuahuas. I like petting chihuahuas.
Oh, that's good. How are those two?
They're great.
Yeah, they're doing well.
They're little shits, but they're fun. They're fine. So, yeah, business is fine. I went to Egypt.
I forgot to bring that up, but I'm so sorry. That's
what
right.
We're gonna do is we're gonna do a separate episode on Egypt.
Oh, I come from a land from a faraway place. That's from Aladdin. I was just trying. Arabian Nights. That's what you and Aaron had, some Arabian Nights.
We had some Arabian Nights on the Nile.
Ooh.
On the Nile Kid.
Don't deny it.
Did I send you that video?
No, but sorry.
It's terrible.
That was just
bad.
bad.
I know, it's terrible. Okay, so anyways, I went to Egypt. That was great.
Nice.
And I don't know, Mike. I mean, just working with the bands. Bands are good.
We have to talk. Make sure we do a special episode for Egypt. I'd like to.
We'll do an Egypt episode,
and we need to perhaps maybe get some sampling of some Middle Eastern alcohol.
You know what I have? Something we've never done on this show, and
What's
I
that?
may have to make this a thing. I brought back, and you're gonna give me the look. You're gonna give me the look, and you should give me the look.
Okay.
I brought back Egyptian tobacco for a shisha. You just give me the look.
Is a shisha like a
hookah?
A hookah.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Just
I'm not, yeah. You have fun with that. I'm not getting near that.
But I think I may be able to bring it down here. I'm not sure, into the studio. That might be a
How
little
big
weird.
is it?
Oh, I got a hookah machine. It's pretty tall. The hookah shisha machine. Anyways, so their tobacco, they make it with they mix the Egyptian tobacco with molasses.
Oh, gives it that, and it's almost like you really get.
And it's potent.
Potent as in what?
Potent. It's got the nicotine gets right to your brain. There's a lot to it.
Really?
Yeah, it's heavy duty.
And
anyways,
so I think I'd seen pictures of you either somewhere where you were in front of a hookah, and I went, I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, it wasn't the weeds. Everybody thinks it's weed because it's a bong.
Oh yeah, well I know it
literally
wasn't
a
weed.
bong.
No, I didn't think it looks like a giant bong, but I know it's just tobacco. But I didn't know that they did all that stuff with it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And so what's going on with you? What do you?
Oh man,
how's school? No, listen. You played something. You played the kids. The kids were singing something, and they sounded fantastic.
Well, we've been at this year. My chorus is like, they're absolutely crazy. I have so many good singers.
Okay,
I don't know what to do with them. So we're doing our usual spring musical, and it's not a Disney musical. It's not something that's really familiar, but originally I said, okay, well, we're going to do this. And it was kind of half-hearted. Well, all of them have absolutely fallen in love with it. It's a short one.
Good.
It's a really great vehicle for middle school singers.
Okay.
So I played for you the opening song of that, and they're
great.
killing it. Most of the kids in my chorus are in the show, in the musical.
Okay.
And it's in a month. So it's a little under a month, as a matter of fact, it's probably about 5 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
And we're pretty much all done. All the songs were finished out blocking. So mind you, so I work a pretty long day at school.
Yeah.
I get in there at 7, and I've got my morning classes, and then I have band, and then I have play practice.
Yeah.
So we're Fridays is like 2-hour music practice. Mondays do all the blocking for, and then we also did choreography. We have to do that. We had like 5 numbers we had to choreograph.
Okay.
And then once we do all that, then we have to we get into tech week. We have to add lights, add sound. I'm using shotgun mics to give the singers that don't have microphones more presence.
Okay.
We're not mic as many people with the wireless lavaliers as we've usually done in the past, because it's madness up there. And just as usual, and then I'm kind of like with you with bands. I'm working in 3 bands, and we're booking gigs earlier than we ever have. We're booking gigs as early as we used to in 2019.
Oh, good.
So we're lining up all the, we're doing the Blue Hairs and Chairs tour.
Yeah.
With B Street, and then with the Scott Sprattling band out of Manchester.
Is that what it's called, Blue Hairs and Chairs?
Blue Hairs and Chairs. The irony is that the Blue Hairs and Chairs are also the Blue Hairs on stage.
Well, is that really what it's called, Blue Hairs and Chairs?
Jimmy Bass. He's the one who's like, we play at all these public places, and he goes, just think of it, Blue Hairs and Chairs.
So you don't advertise it, Blue Hairs and Chairs?
Oh my God, no.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, we don't advertise it like that. But that's what it's called.
You said it like it was like a thing, like it's on a flyer. Or
the Blue Hairs and Chairs
Blue
tour.
Hairs and Chairs. Oh, we're going to go to the show.
We always do that. We do the summer tour. I don't know how many more summers B Street has left, but we're doing pretty good.
On, you guys get.
We're practicing in my house. So
how's that going?
It's well, it went really well. We knocked out 3 songs. We were adding some Madonna and some stuff because with our female lead singer.
Yeah.
But then also with the Scott Sprattling band, I rehearse every Monday night. I'm not always there because it's such a drive, but I'm up there, up in Manchester.
Yeah.
And it's that band's 13 pieces, strong musicians, really strong.
You said the kid, there's another Bone kid that
oh
is.
jeez,
What is he? He's 22 years old.
24.
24.
He could play, he works for UPS. He works overnight, and even when he's half dead, he can play. He reminds me of myself when I was younger. But he's a superior player to when I was younger. The kid's just got talent oozing out of him.
Okay.
And he plays just, you could take a sheet of music, take black paint, flick it at the music sheet, and he could read it. He'd be like, and then and it's just, and I think that, I've always been more of a section player, not a great, I'm not into solos and all of that as much. Man, when he plays a solo, I'm like, take another 12. I want to hear you play more. I mean, I genuinely enjoy hearing him play because he's that good.
Do you guys do like dueling bones?
We haven't done that yet. I do it with sometimes I'll take the solo on Beginnings Chicago.
Okay.
And then
awesome.
I trade 4s with the trumpet player. The trumpet player Gary is fantastic. That band is full of like top-notch, excellent musicians. They read, they play well together. Mm-hmm. Scott leads the band. He's the lead singer. And we also have a female lead singer. And then B Street, and then every once in a while the Elvis band. So, and then school's insane. So think about it. This is the first full year after post-COVID, and the kids are out of their minds. But that's their job.
To be out of their minds.
Yeah, it is. I had a great day today. Oh, dude.
What?
The science of sound. I showed 6th grade today a full video. It's a 40-minute
ice for
please.
something?
Full 40-minute video about the science of. Yeah, let me put this over here. The science of sound.
Be good at it. Right over the board. We'll be fine.
And they were doing an experiment.
What's the other one there?
With how to. So they had a piece of sheet metal which they put sand on. And then they took.
That sounds like it would sound kind of neat.
Well, then they took a violin below a violin bow, and they ran it across the edge of it, and it made very unique geometric patterns. So what they've discovered is that the sound waves are.
Where did you get that idea?
Huh?
You said your kids are doing this.
No, I'm not doing it. They're not doing it. They're watching a video.
Oh, it's a
about it.
video.
So
okay.
the PE teacher, by the way, props to Jack Pettis. The guy's awesome. He's a local kid. He's 20-something. He's like so young. I think he's just out of college.
Everybody this bottle here.
So Jack sent me this quick little video, and he said, "Hey, maybe your students would be interested in this." So I found the corresponding full video.
Yep.
It's amazing. There's this guy who uses flash sonar. He's blind. He clicks, and he can navigate any terrain, any building, and then he can even tell you what it looks like what the shape of the building and what it looks like inside.
I don't understand how he does it.
Okay, he does it the same. It's based on the same principle of what the
don't spill it. This was smuggled over.
That's good.
This is smuggled over.
What the bats do as far as their sonar.
Okay. All right.
So they took him to a new location, and he drew it accurately. And then as he's walking through, he's going,
"Get out of here!"
And he said, "The roof over my head, it's got holes in it." No, wait. He goes, "I think it's got slats in it." He was completely accurate. He's 100% blind, and he rides his bike. They said,
"Who is this guy?"
I'll have more information next time. I just started talking about it. It really, really blew my mind. So, and they talk about how before the industrial age, they took a video from 1901, and you're going down the street. And all you see is horses and some, what do they call horseless carriages?
Yeah.
And so they said, okay, so they took a sound engineer and he said, you know what? I think that this is what it sounded like back then. And they play you what it sounded like. And the amazing thing is you hear footfall.
Okay.
You hear occasionally a horseless carriage, not a lot, the clopping of the feet of the horses.
Okay.
In conversation. As the person... And they based it on the fact of where sound was so limited. The sound of the industrial age had not infected.
No pollution. No noise pollution
at all.
Okay.
So it was, and then what they do is they show you New York, and then they take you to Venice. Venice proper has no industrial companies in it, so they just go around on their boats, and it's so unbelievably quiet and sweet sounding.
No, not motorboats.
No
motorboats.
Not in Venice.
Not in Venice.
And they
put
travel
the sticks in the
canal. And
the
as
canal.
they're going by, they flip up I guess what looked like to be not stop signs, but
get out of here.
Yeah, and the guy he stops for a sec, he does a quick flip of some cards that pop out, and then he goes on his way.
Who the heck is that guy?
And how
does he know?
They let you listen to what it sounded like. And
I'm caught up
there
in
was this this peaceful and the kids, and one of the comments is one of the girls from 6th grade, she's standing there and she goes, Mr. Grady, what really surprised me is nobody in 6th grade talked at all. It was really interesting, and they were locked into it. It was unbelievable to watch. And when they saw that bow go across the sheet metal and it formed this unbelievable geometric pattern, their faces were eyes open, jaw dropped, which is tough to do with that generation.
Okay.
Because they're so visually locked in.
Well, it's science, and it made a particular sound. So
and then they saw
visual.
and then he did it with, and then what happens is this guy puts a speaker underneath a viscous liquid, not necessarily water, but and it shows you the pattern that the sound makes.
Sure. Yeah, you could measure
and it's
it.
And then what they do is they take it and they make it 3-dimensional. Yeah, I'll send you the link. You got to watch this.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
Anyway, long story short, it was to keep 6th grade's interest for 40 minutes, and they barely said a word.
That's impressive.
It is, because they're
impressive.
that 6th grade is always that transitional grade where you go from I hate that girl to why am I keep looking at that girl? And then suddenly the Axe body spray and the deodorant and all that, and
kid's showering now. What's going on?
Suddenly 6th grader. Wait a minute, if I they go into 7th grade, I'm I shower and I comb my hair.
Right.
And it's just we went through the same thing.
I know.
My son got mad at me when I aired his room out one day. He's like, why are you doing this? I'm like, all I can say is, who's got the funk? You got that funk. And he's like, what do you mean by funk? I said, you stink. And within 6 months, it's shower in the morning, shower in the evening.
Turned it around. Oh, Chris, we love Chris.
He will be very unhappy about what
I
just said.
was going to say we're never going to hear the end of that. Sorry, buddy.
All right, so I didn't mean to go on and on, but anyway, school's great. Everything's
Okay.
great. I'll be married a year in September. So,
That's right.
it's quite a ways away, but and everything's awesome.
And Sally's great.
amazing.
Sally's always great.
She's
always great.
You know what she made?
Oh, God, what did she make now?
She made homemade Twix bars.
Get out of here.
It was better than you could have ever imagined. The filling, the pretzels, everything. And she cut them up on like the little things, and it was like heaven. I can't. Homemade Twix bars.
So, Mike, leave. Get out of here. Why didn't you bring any? You usually bring.
She made them last week.
Oh, they didn't even last that long.
Oh God, no.
Oh, the boys must be ripping through them too.
Well,
I'm sure.
yeah, they when she makes stuff for Anthony that's not that doesn't have any gluten free.
Yep.
But Eric, but they're not into it nearly as much as I thought. But I took it into school. I take it to the family. Yep. I will. So this is a promise. Sally's always, well, I'll make you something. And I was like, she's amazing. So that's it.
Okay, let's have another sip of whiskey. Please. So this is ice on the. Which one do you have there?
I have the regular single malt.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the Brabazon. It's got what a nice smell.
Oh, what a great taste! Yikes!
Is this safe?
Oh, I think it might be.
Is it?
Well,
is it time for a safety tip?
Oh, geez, we have not done one in a while.
Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it big time tonight. Let's do it.
This is a big one.
This is a big one. Here we go.
Safety! Woo! Safety! Safety!
And this week's safety tip of the week at Bamboozled.Boston is brought to you by RPM Dynamics. And ironically enough, this is that really irony? I don't know. Industrial safety tips of the week. Working in an industrial environment can be incredibly rewarding and an exciting experience, but it also can be incredibly dangerous if you're not following the proper safety precautions. Did you know that as recently as 2012, there was nearly $50 billion spent on worker compensation because of workplace accidents?
Really?
Many of these accidents could have been avoided by following these workplace safety tips.
I can't wait to hear these.
Number 1, reduce workplace stress. So, if the guy next to you is bothering you, push him off. Push him over and get rid of him.
You're going to hurt him then.
Just get rid of him.
No.
Anyway, reduce workplace stress. There's so many different things. I'm going to run these down pretty quickly. There's long hours, heavy workloads. You want to make sure to pace yourself. Next one, use tools and machines properly. Okay. Do not point the nail gun at your friend.
I mean, there's so many YouTube video ideas.
Oh, there is.
Oh, I mean, ideas, nothing. They're already out there. They're already out there.
Use mechanical aids when possible, meaning don't overexert yourself. Don't try to lift the pallet by yourself there.
Smarter, not harder.
There you go. Smarter, not harder. Wear protective equipment. Mm-hmm. You're just made of flesh, so sharp things can hurt you.
Correct.
Wear proper eye goggles and all types of, make sure we're the proper.
What about whiskey?
Equipment.
Is that in there? Is that one of the things?
Be aware of your surroundings, meaning don't go in half asleep or listening to Bamboozled.Boston all night and then getting up the next day.
Yeah.
Correct posture protects your back, so make sure to protect your back.
Good idea.
Be alert and be awake.
Okay.
All right. Get proper rest. Follow correct procedures. Don't take shortcuts. Shortcuts might seem like a good idea, but in order to save time, but following the proper procedures increases the likelihood that you will do something incorrectly.
Okay.
Following the proper procedures. Oh, but not following the proper procedures.
But yeah, I was going to say. All
right, I'm glad. And finally, hey, take regular breaks no matter what your boss says.
No, wait a minute.
What are you doing over there? Taking another break. Wait, but there's one more.
Okay.
Stay sober.
You just ruined it.
Alcohol and drugs account for over 3% of all workplace injuries and fatalities.
Only 3%.
These substances can reduce the ability to exercise the proper judgment, decrease concentration, and reduce motor skills. But in all seriousness, these really are industrial safety tips that in an industry you think of like they just built a gigantic, ginormous, as the kids say, Amazon warehouse about 2 miles from here.
Yep. Yep.
And you think about all the safety procedures they have to follow.
Oh, they must be incredible, the safety things that
But
they
you
got
know what
going
else
on.
they have there?
What do I got?
They have in these warehouses? A lot of these are potentially unsafe if people don't follow the safety guidelines, are run by robots, and they showed it.
Okay.
They showed the robots running through and doing all of the stuff, but then they were finding out that sometimes the robots didn't do exactly what they were programmed, and they were causing injuries.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that is all of the safety tip imaginable for this week. And remember, Safety Tip of the Week at Bamboozled.Boston was brought to you by RPM Dynamics.
What was their tagline? Jimbo would be so proud.
He would be.
Oh, so Jimbo, it is. Oh, we're gonna let us provide you with sound solutions,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Sound like
Sound has
audio.
sound.
Get
yeah,
it?
because they
Instead of-
are a #1 pro audio dealer.
That's right. Midas.
And we know Jim personally, and he's awesome.
Jim's on episode.
Ooh,
I
that's
don't even know.
right.
I gotta get a list of episodes. Who was
He's
on?
he's in the first 5 episodes.
Was it first 5?
Yeah, he was one. Wasn't he like one of our first guests?
He may have been, and that was in the old studio without the
COVID time.
Seriously,
It was.
it was COVID time. I think that's where I got my COVID.
You know, if anybody has an opportunity out there, go back and listen to some of the older
oh my God. Well,
podcasts, primarily because Sean was at his place and I was at mine, and we were
Yes.
doing it remotely. And I have to admit, it was pretty awesome.
so this is episode number 65.
Have we really done
This
65?
is 65 right now. Yes. So back in the go way back before we had some of this stuff, before there was video, then we have different versions of video, whatever. We had some pretty cool stuff. Joe Sambo, remember when he played?
That's one of our most downloaded episodes.
because he's like a star now. Well, he's always a star in my
Right.
eyes because he's just wonderful. But
Amazing.
you know,
And his dad's an incredible bass player.
yes, he is. I love Jimmy.
Got to give props to him.
Oh, he's great.
So so 65 episodes, which really surprises me. I'm thinking that we're just 35 episodes away from a contract with Spotify.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But I don't know.
Why don't we invite them in to sample some of our fine
Well, we could
alcoholic
we
beverages?
could booze them into it. Little coercing with the liquors.
The liquor. Oh, man.
Oh, that was it's really good stuff, Mike.
This is fantastic. Teeling whiskey.
Teeling
Irish whiskey. Excuse me. You know, it's funny, though, on my way over, I was drinking this. It's
Hold on, let me
Prime.
Let me get your camera up so
Oh,
you can
there
see
you go.
the.
There you go. Prime energy drink. They also have just Prime, like regular, kind of like Gatorade. And the boys drink the regular Gatorade kind of stuff for when they do sports. It's
Okay.
big among all the. I mean, you walk around school, if you've got Prime, you know, they got the plastic bottles. It's kind of like a status symbol at the school.
Okay.
And it's kind of expensive, but then, you know, Sally's like, "Oh, I got you an energy drink," and I look at it, it's equivalent to 2 cups of coffee. I'm like, "Oh yeah,"
But it has the
vitamin B in it.
So it's like hangovers and stuff.
Well, it's good.
Just trying to look ahead tomorrow morning.
It's it's got the vitamin B, magnesium, calcium. It is much better tasting than other energy drinks. I'm not going to blast anybody else, but it's definitely the taste, the lemon lime, is fantastic.
Huh.
It's really quite good. So I had that on the way over because, again, I had a very, very long day. So
Okay.
best way to end it is to have an energy drink and then have some whiskey.
You know what? That's a combination of disaster right
Doesn't
there.
that sound like
it really
doesn't
is?
that sound like Vegas when we were out there?
Yeah, because first. That's my lifeline. If I'm back when I was playing with the band, and even still once in a great while, if I'm out for the day in the evening and I'm drinking, and let's say I have a dinner,
Right.
and especially NAM because we're 3 hours off at
Jeez.
NAM.
Which really
That's
messes
my
me up.
lifeline is Jameson and Red Bull, and not the sugar free because I want all the crap. I need it all. So that's my you walked in with that combination, and that's my end of night to save me to make sure I get home safe.
Yeah, so we were, was it 5 below or 10 below? Where were we? Arsenal, you and I, we were out in Vegas.
It might have been 5 below. I think it was.
And the very nice waitress was mixing up some potent cocktails that
Yeah.
had Red Bull in it.
Yes, she was. And
She was very nice.
she was very nice. And what a fun little bar that was, huh? I mean, we were freezing. It was ice cold because it was 5 below. But
And I have videos of all the slow-mo stuff we did. It was an interesting thing to do. When you do something completely different in the middle of the day that you would otherwise not do when you're obviously at work, I'm in there and I'm thinking, right now I could be teaching, but instead I'm here in the middle of the day, like was it like 1 o'clock in the afternoon drinking, and I'm wearing a coat in Vegas, and it's 5 degrees below zero in here.
it was 80 something outdoors.
Beautiful out.
It was gorgeous.
We
out.
took that tram
Took the tram.
from the where were we staying? The Luxor.
Luxor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, another Egypt.
Isn't that the day we? Isn't that the day we? You're right.
Another Egypt reference.
Didn't we get up at like 6:30 and have a Bloody Mary down at the bar? Or was it 8:30? Because it doesn't matter.
Well,
it was in the morning now.
because it was like 10:30 back Boston time.
So
And we're the guys that are asleep at 10:30 p.m. because it's really, 1:30 p.m. back home.
no, you guys stay awake. I'm the one that always falls asleep.
That's another.
That's
Another whole
Houdini
episode in
is my
itself.
name. Disappearing is my game.
Oh, man.
And I've still managed to elude all of you every time we've gone out there.
I can't wait for NAMM to open up again.
Oh, what? And in January next year?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna.
I'm gonna pay somebody to trip you, so you can't get away.
You'll be like, I'm like, who are you? I've been sent over to watch you.
Right.
You look like The Rock. I am The Rock.
I am the Rock. Exactly.
I will tell you the memories of that. Like if I go down to when I lived in California and I met you guys up there, and then we would fly out. It was
great.
It was great. It was so good, and I'm so glad that they're knocking it back to January again.
Thank God.
I know it's next month, right? Yeah.
What we haven't done is Nashville NAMM yet.
I hear they're supposed to be pretty fun. I drove through Nashville, beautiful city.
Gorgeous.
You know what I was doing 8 years ago today?
Boy, what?
I had just pulled into Nashville. I was driving back from California to move back here.
Wow.
It was just a couple days later. You and I met at On the Border, and you introduced me to how to properly drink tequila.
How'd that
And I think the
turn
roots
out?
of Bamboozled were planted then. Or the
No,
seeds.
the seeds were planted a long time before that. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you mean back at your place?
Back in the old place, and yeah, South Main Street. Oh,
I was telling. So here's a little past information about us. So I was telling Sally about when I moved into the apartment, how it would be the middle of the night. I'd have work the next day, and you'd say, "Hey," I'd hear the phone ring up. I'm like, "Hello, what are you doing?" "I'm sleeping." "No, you're not." What are you? "I'm having a party. Come over." And I'm like, "What?" Because we just got out of a gig. I'm like, "Okay." So I'd go over there.
But you would.
I would, of course.
But you would do it.
I got up, brushed my teeth, get ready. I go over, and his apartment was packed with people. And then the next thing you know, everybody clears out. You and I are on the balcony of your back part of your apartment.
Yes.
And we're tossing beer cans. I don't know if there was something back there.
on Dave's truck.
On Dave's truck. Yeah. Sorry, Dave. And I'm like, I got to go to work. And you're like, "Don't worry, you'll be fine."
You'll be fine.
And that happened a lot.
But you came over.
Of course I did.
You came over.
You know why I came over?
Why?
Because there were girls there.
Well, yeah.
And I was single.
Yeah, the girls were there, but they left. They would always leave.
And then then we didn't care because it was just fun. And what do you have that record? You know what we have to do?
Yes, I have that recording. I do.
We
I have several of them.
We created a song called Vodka.
Vodka. I don't have access to
No,
it
it's
right
okay.
this second.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, I think what I'll do is I'll load that up with you maybe next time. We'll see, because
my
your
gosh.
computer is online with this
Yes.
machine. So, but what do you think, G? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I think Teeling whiskey. So it's interesting. I like this the way I liked. What was the Japanese whiskey we had?
Oh, not Hibiki. It was
No.
It was Fuyu.
Fuyu. So Fuyu was, to me, it was some of the best whiskey I've ever had.
Yeah.
But then this is right here some of the best whiskey I've ever had.
Yes.
So it's different, and I found that during the course of over the past 65 episodes, I did not realize how different variations there are of alcohol. Of everything, from beer to whiskey to tequila to everything that we do. You know, we don't do a lot.
Beer.
Did you say beer?
That's for Scott. Scotty B.
Scotty.
So I think that it kind of changed my perspective in general. But you know what we don't do a lot of? We never did a lot of vodka. We haven't done a lot of vodka.
Okay.
We haven't done a lot of gin.
Okay.
But then how many different variations? Whiskey has so many subtle flavors and styles to it. Does vodka and gin have the same thing? I guess maybe we need to...
They're expanding a bit, but I don't think anybody can really touch. You okay?
Oh, sorry. It was a raccoon breaking into one of the trash cans.
There's a real ambient noise. Holy Toledo.
That was really funny. And that was not on purpose either.
You know what it is?
What?
It's that stinking energy drink. You're like what do they call those? The air things. Hold on.
The air things?
Yeah,
The ones at the gas station.
There it is.
And they have the...
Right there.
What? Oh, hi.
No, try to
Oh, there we go.
There it is. That's the culprit.
There we go.
That's the culprit.
Right there. I love it.
So now what are you going to do? You're going to go home?
One of these days, my heart's going to say, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, as long as you catch yourself at that point and you go,
It's
all
gonna
right,
go.
maybe I'll just drink whiskey and I won't drink this energy nonsense.
Brain's going, shutting down.
Shutting down.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what? One of the things about doing this podcast with you is not only have we been friends for so many years, but I went back and listened to a bunch of them, and I laugh even more listening to what we said. It's
We do have some of the things we said in the past. Some of the people we had were just
Who
amazing.
was the guy that we had? We were in there. He sat to my right. It was some flowery something or other. I can't remember the name of it. Gosh, that sounds terrible.
Is that the kid that played guitar?
No. Adam. Adam was awesome. I thought he was great. No, wasn't the kid who played guitar when Mark was here. By the way, props out to Mark St. Jean. He's a former member of the Bamboozled crew.
Yeah.
Just want to say hi.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Mark, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, buddy.
But no, it was in there, and was he a guy from your gun club?
Are you talking about Lee Richards?
No, not
because
Lee.
Lee had gin. He brought gin,
No,
and it was
wasn't
very.
Lee. It was another person. He was a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Oh my God! I'm gonna print a list out.
You know what?
65. I can't think back 65 episodes.
You can barely
what's wrong
think back
with me?
65 seconds.
65 seconds.
Beer.
I am going to go and look at it right now while we're on here because we're going to be.
we got plenty of time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. And all of you wonderful people listen to us, and we love it. And we're like getting close to. You realize that we are hitting a bit of a watermark or a bit of a.
It's a watermark.
It's a watermark.
It's more of a
Wow.
urine mark, but I go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, we're rapidly closing 12,000 downloads.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right, so let me go back. I'm going to tell you exactly which one it was. Let's go to the episodes. All right, so
we go.
whoa, gosh, wow. I cannot believe we've had this many episodes. Stop. Punk. Hold it. You are such a jerk.
No, take your time, Mike. Seriously, we got all night. The only guy that works on this podcast, and I'm giving you a hard time.
Oh, shoot. It didn't work. I'm so mad now.
What do you? Oh, what is going on? What is? All right, this is where the show falls apart.
The Irish music had been playing the entire time.
It was playing the whole time?
I forgot to.
Okay, kids, this is work.
All right.
This is what we don't
Mike
drink
is-
whiskey while we're working.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations.
Okay. Okay.
No, actually, so going back to, and I'm serious, I have to figure out who this person was. It's going to drive me crazy until I do. So please, everyone stand by.
You know, I could probably find it.
Say something interesting, will you? So while I'm doing this.
Once there was a time that there was.
I said say, not sing.
Oh. Something interesting. What do I got?
Oh, God. Mike Mangini. There's somebody else.
Oh, Mike Mangini.
Let's have him back on.
It's a couple more drum lessons, and he'll have his act together finally.
All right, so
What do you
let's
got?
look at this. We've got, no, Captain Morgan's Maker's Mark, Bamboozled Introduction, no. Fuyu, Don Julio, no, that's going way back to the beginning. Oh, gosh, what is it here? It's Glenn Morgani. Wait, Highland Single, who do we have?
Oh, you're talking about Gene.
Yes!
Yeah. What was the original point you were going to make about Gene?
I don't remember.
Oh,
It's just that he was like, I remember him going, like, we had a, it was
that's
really,
right. We had Gene. I told you said Gun Club and everything. I was like, are they talking about? Yeah, we had Gene.
So then Steve Gaudu, we have to have Steve back on.
Yeah, Steve needs to come back.
Keith McNulty, we have to have
Yeah.
back on.
I
Jim
don't
Rose, we have to have back on.
We put them both in one episode.
Scotty B's got to come back.
Yeah, definitely.
We've had Steve has been on twice.
Yeah.
We got to have Chuck and Mark
How did you get that view of the whole thing?
episodes, bro.
Oh, because you do. I only look at it on the phone. I don't look at it on the computer.
And then we had our Hawaii. Remember when you went to a Hawaii? We did Don Ho Pearl Harbor. That's awesome. So yeah, we got a lot. What is this? Oh, Eddie.
Oh, it's Eddie. Yeah.
Oh,
Love
that
Eddie.
was such a
Love
good
Eddie.
episode.
That is a great episode. Even though it was one of our biggest technical disaster nights,
We had so much
and
fun.
Eddie was the comic relief, and he carried the whole. He did. He carried the entire episode.
totally did.
Totally did. I'm melting down because I can't get this thing to work, and he's like, "Dude, guy, you're good." It's good.
We had St. Patrick's Day at the Tap 2 years ago.
Well, we have to bring Jay back. So Jay is the most
Yes.
returning guest, and he's so busy with beers. We have to bring him back because there's so many excellent, amazing beers here. You know,
I was trying to press beer. I'm sorry.
okay, Mike. It's
I thought
this is our production guy, Mike Grady, over here.
I'm the voice guy. I'm not the production guy.
We'll just push a couple more, and we'll
No,
that
I
in
was
itself
trying
is-
to find the beer one. I'm sorry.
These are all stock Roadcaster sounds
I
too.
love
It's so
it, though.
boring.
Where's the beer one?
Oh, you have to flip the page.
Oh, jeez.
Where is it? There it
And
is.
it was there, right? There we go.
Beer.
I feel so much better. Hi, Homer. All right, so go on.
I forgot what I was saying. So I think we should wrap it up.
Yes. That's right. Hey, you know what, though?
What are you
Do
thinking?
you realize that we're still, and I have to say, I think it's amazing that India is our second largest download still.
Who's the first?
America.
What are we paying those people?
America.
It's cheaper in India.
Yeah, we're not paying anybody anything right now.
I know. Nobody's getting paid.
Nobody's getting paid.
Yeah, the India group of people from India.
Whoever they are,
They're awesome.
they are fantastic.
They're great.
That they would even take the time to listen to us babble.
Seriously.
And we are thankful for everyone, all our brothers over and sisters over there in India. Thank you.
Seriously.
And also anywhere else in the United States, when you listen to us, we really greatly appreciate it. When we look, we have the ability to look regionally where all of our downloads are coming from. And I will tell you, Texas is big. Out west, we got a couple. Of course, Massachusetts.
Geographically big? Is it
Geographically, Texas? Come on.
Texas? I mean, it's huge. Yeah.
I know a few people in Texas.
All right.
One of my ex lives in Texas
That's right. Yes, she does.
with my two puppies.
How are the dogs doing?
I get regular updates.
Okay.
Pretty much a couple times a month.
Okay.
And being that Kyrie and Daisy are doing phenomenally
Good.
well.
Good. I love those guys.
And then of course I live with 12 birds now. So
right.
Butterball, Fireball, Tweets, Pokin, Kisses, Kermit, Albert. That's all their names.
Oh, those are the names.
They're,
okay.
So we have cockatiels, lovebirds, and parakeets, and they're amazing.
Okay. Digging it.
Outro?
I think we're into it. I don't know. I'm feeling it.
Let's
I think
go.
it's time, G Money.
Let's go.
Yeah, buddy. You gonna say anything about our sponsors? How about Amson HVAC?
Thank you to our sponsors, Amson, HVAC, and RPM Dynamics.
That's it.
Oh, come on. And to all of you, our Bamboozled.Boston podcast listeners, please tell your friends about us. Look for us on your favorite podcast platforms. Give us 5 stars
5.
and visit our website, www.bamboozled.Boston. Connect with our socials, email us, send us feedback. And again, I want to thank Amson HVAC, RPM Dynamics, from all of us here at Bamboozled.Boston. Please safely keep your glasses bottoms up and see you very shortly.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on, son.